It's social isolation.
A place to belong. That's all that Fort Collins author Susan DeVan Harness has ever wanted.
They knew as soon as I began to talk that I wasn't one of them.
By blood, Harness is Indigenous, specifically Salish Kootenai. She was also adopted into a white family.
You can't be funny enough. You can't be scholarly enough. You can't be talented enough. That you're always going to be this person, this American Indian, that is living in white America.
Her experience pushed her to pursue anthropology, all in the hopes of finding who she was. But what she found? Others, just like her. Ones who did not fit into white mainstream culture.
You cannot take a child from a colonized race and place them in the midst of the colonizers and think everything's going to go great.
But she says they didn't quite fit in with American Indian peers either, and were kept at arm's length by their home reservations.
Well, they become a lot of gatekeepers on who has access to the tribe, who has access to information and who doesn't. We just really exist in a place of in-between. Way too many of us struggle.
Harness's message: everyone involved in a transracial adoption has to do the work to make the child feel like they have identity.
They better be able to take that kid back to the reservation every single year. They better make friends with people in the tribe in order to ensure that that child is given a proper education of who they are and where they come from.
Harness wrote a book about her experience, aptly titled Bitter Root, in honor of the medicinal plant that grows near her tribe.
If it goes through a lot of drought years, it doesn't bloom, but the first time it gets rain, it blooms in amazing ways.
That book brought her rain. She finally connected to her tribe. She even has an honor song. And now, she knows her biological family intimately.
These are all my biological siblings.
Now she only hopes others are given rain too.
I'm not going to show you that.
Their chance to find the place where they belong. With photojournalist Mark Zoletta, I'm Victoria Valenzuela, 9 News.
When Victoria asked Susan about her thoughts on the Supreme Court case, Susan says one of her biggest concerns about white families adopting Indigenous kids is historic and existing systemic trauma. The most important thing to her is that the adults do the work for the child so they don't have to suffer to find themselves.